Hey everyone, Carlos here from ADifficultTruth. So today we're going to talk about Project Veritas. I know this is something that has been circulating around the YouTube community, so I am a little late to the party, but I do think that it's important to talk about because in my opinion, I think that this is just a right-wing disinformation campaign. And I'll show you just briefly of how they're doing this. But this was founded, for those of you that don't know, this was founded by a guy named James O'Keefe. He is a conservative writer, conservative political activist, and this was founded on the idea or premise that YouTube, Google, Twitter, Pinterest, all these large social media tech companies are silencing, shadow banning, demonetizing conservative voices. This is obviously false. In the case of YouTube, there are many progressive channels that are getting demonetized for absolutely no reason. The reality is YouTube, Google, they're a business. They're there to make money. And what brings in the safe advertising bucks? Legacy media. Legacy media is on its last leg. It's becoming less and less relevant. It's doing whatever it needs to do to survive, and that means crushing independent creators. That's the reality of it on both right and the left. YouTube, which would much rather suggest you a video from CNN or Fox News than independent creators, because that's just what brings in the safe advertising bucks. Period. They're not trying to silence conservative voices or anything like that specifically. But let's get into some of these sensational headlines. I mean, honestly, this looks like something out of a tabloid magazine. Super ridiculous headlines, but let's get right into it. Okay. The one that really caught my attention was Election Fraud 2018 Recap. So as you know, there was election fraud in 2018 in North Carolina. This was done by Republicans. They had some of their operatives alter and mishandle and illegally collect mail-in ballots. So yes, election fraud did happen, but that was on the Republican side, not on the Democrat side. But I actually took a look at this video, and I want to play it for you guys here. This is just ridiculous. I'll show you.
So at the end of the vote, it's what school type you want. Type 1 is appointed. Type 2 is elected. Okay. Elected, of course, because this is a democracy.
Is it like yes or no?
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right there. This person, Corin Haynes, it seemed like, is painted as a poll worker, but we don't know that. And this is parroted on a bunch of conservative websites. It managed to get, of course, on Fox News. This is why this is dangerous, and we need to call this out as BS. There's no context as to who this person is, and there's no proof that she is or isn't a poll worker. So let's continue.
For the school.
Okay, so the two questions. Okay. It's two questions. Okay. The first one is, do you want appointed? Okay. The second question is,
for all we know,
want
she could just be an actor.
Okay. Right. You want democracy. That's what democracy looks like.
Okay, so we have elected.
We have elected.
And is that good?
Elected. Okay. Elected.
I love how they emphasize that she's a poll worker and put her name out there.
In none of these people, and you don't realize that working families is where they're at here in New Jersey due to Bob Mendez and all of his experience.
This is my issue. They don't provide the full context.
This one is Bob.
I couldn't find any
Do you think I should
information pointing that she is
this is probably better, right?
Actual poll worker who this person is.
Okay.
So, because this is the work that's been done.
Like this, please
so we know that's
we know what we've been getting.
At first, I was kind of scared to vote for Menendez, you know, but
and now we have this guy.
You know,
no, but he's better.
So this guy is being again painted as a poll worker, but if you look at his sticker, it's a Bob Hugin sticker, like as if he was a campaign guy. In fact, he mentions that he's being paid by Bob Hugin or Bob Hugin's campaign to advertise for him. It doesn't say that he's a poll worker. So this is like the dishonest and disingenuous reporting on these guys.
Situation right now, this comment,
You can't even see the full sticker, first of all.
So you're a Hugin supporter? No.
Listen, I'm a challenger for Hugin. I vote for.
So he's a challenger for Hugin. I vote for Mendez, but Hugin is going to pay me for today. So basically, this guy looks like, you know, he's one of those volunteers or campaign people on the ground, boots on the ground as they call them, campaigning for a candidate. And hey, if the candidate's campaign pays you money, so be it. But it doesn't prove that he is a poll worker, which is my issue. This is disingenuous.
I might look like the bad. Don't look at me like the enemy. I'm not the enemy, okay? I gotta have it this way legally because I'm in here, but I'm an enemy.
Okay, you're a Menendez. Okay.
But Hugin is gonna play with for today.
Okay.
That's why it is.
Again, no context and just cut up video. This is why I don't believe a single word of this Project Veritas nonsense. And again, I'll leave the archive link so you can check it out for yourself. Please do not give these guys any more clicks than they deserve. Here's another one that caught my attention. Nobody needs to know. Beto campaign appears to illegally spend funds on supplies for caravan aliens. Campaign manager says, don't worry. I mean, just looking at that headline makes you scratch your head. You're like, wait a minute. This is where all this Democrats are shuttling in immigrants for them to vote. This is Democrats are paying immigrants. They're giving them all this stuff. This is completely false. The campaign gave this to a charity that was helping immigrants. They didn't give them towards supplies. This was already debunked. In fact, Facebook had a whole issue with this being false news, fake news, and the problem is, yeah, they had a hard time stamping this one out during the Ted Cruz versus O'Rourke campaign. But this is completely false, and there's no other origin except Project Veritas. So if you try to search the story up, a lot of this links back to Project Veritas website, and they try to paint it as if the O'Rourke campaign is like shuttling people in, but they were referring to something completely different. They just cut up the video to paint that narrative. But again, if you guys see any other links, oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me show you. But if you see any other links or anything that that proves me wrong, let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. This is just, I mean, hilarious. I mean, this really does look like it belongs on a tabloid magazine. I mean, the video exposes how his campaign staff appears to be illegally using campaign resources to buy supplies, which is false. Again, they donated money to a charity, not buying supplies to immigrants, which is, again, disingenuous, and help transport Honduran aliens. I'd like the receipts, please. They were talking about something else in regards to the whole bus thing. So, yeah, this is the the Project Veritas people, you know, looking for truth. Help us expose corruption. This website is a farce. These people are disingenuous. All this is fake. But I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think on Project Veritas. Do you guys believe Project Veritas? Do you think it's complete nonsense? If you have any other links you would like me to check it out, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so that you get notifications when our videos go live for you. Really appreciate the support. Can't do this without you guys. You can also follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/ADifficultTruth. You can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/ADifficultTruthOfficial. And you can listen to our podcast at soundcloud.com/ADifficultTruth. There is a Twitch channel coming up, so I'll let you guys know about that very soon. I'll leave all the links in the description below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. See ya!